The greatest strength you can ever have, a life-changing perspective. What if I told you that the strongest people in the world are not the ones with the most money, power, or influence, but those who live with unshakable righteousness? Today, we'll explore a profound wisdom that teaches us why righteousness is the greatest strength a person can have. We'll look at it from different perspectives, spiritual, scientific, and practical. By the end of this video, you'll have a new understanding of how living with integrity can transform your life. Meaning of the quote: "No fortress is as strong as righteousness. It is the only defense that never fails." This means that living a just and fair life is the greatest protection a person can have. Wealth can be stolen, power can be lost, and physical strength fades, but a person who stands by righteousness remains unshakable. Think about it. People who live with honesty and fairness earn trust, respect, and long-term success. On the other hand, those who rely on deception or force may seem strong at first, but they eventually collapse. Religious perspective. Ancient spiritual teachings from all over the world emphasize one thing: righteousness is the greatest strength a person can have. Across different traditions, it is said that when a person follows a just and moral path, they are protected by a force greater than themselves. Even when they face challenges, they remain strong because their foundation is solid. These teachings emphasize that true power does not come from control or fear, but from being just, fair, and compassionate. Even when faced with adversity, those who stay righteous always find a way forward. Scientific perspective. Now, let's look at this from a scientific point of view. Studies in psychology and neuroscience show that people who live by strong moral values experience lower stress levels. They don't have to live in fear of being caught in lies or unethical behavior. Better decision-making skills. Their clear conscience helps them make wise choices. Stronger social connections. People naturally trust and respect those who are honest and fair. When people act against their conscience, their brain triggers the fight-or-flight response, leading to anxiety, guilt, and even physical health problems. But those who live by integrity? Their mind is calmer, their relationships are stronger, and they experience true confidence. Science confirms that righteousness is indeed the greatest shield against stress and failure. Let me share a story that perfectly illustrates this wisdom. There were two kings, Edward and Robert. Edward ruled with fear. He was powerful, but used deception and force to stay in control. He punished those who disagreed with him and made enemies everywhere. Robert, on the other hand, ruled with justice and kindness. He always made fair decisions and cared for his people. For many years, Edward seemed stronger. His army was feared, and he had immense wealth. But over time, his own people turned against him, and his kingdom crumbled. Robert, despite facing challenges, had the loyalty of his people. Even when enemies attacked, his kingdom stood strong because everyone believed in him and fought for him. In the end, righteousness was the real strength. Edward's power vanished, but Robert's legacy lasted for generations. This story teaches us that fear-based strength is temporary, but righteousness builds a foundation that lasts forever. How it applies to our everyday life. So, how can we apply this wisdom in our daily lives? Here are 4 key takeaways. Integrity is your best protection. When you are honest and just, people trust you, and you never have to live in fear of being exposed. Stand up for what's right. Even when it's difficult, standing by your principles earns you long-term respect. Avoid short-term gains through dishonesty. Success gained through unethical means never lasts. Stay patient and do what's right. Surround yourself with honest people. The company you keep shapes your character. Stay close to those who uphold values of honesty and fairness. The greatest fortress you can ever build is a life of righteousness. It protects you from regret, guilt, and unnecessary conflicts. When you live with honesty and fairness, you gain something far greater than wealth or power. You gain peace of mind, trust, and a lasting legacy. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What do you think is the greatest strength a person can have? Integrity, kindness, or wisdom? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for joining this exploration of wisdom. If this message resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more insights into timeless truths. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and every great idea begins with a strong foundation. See you in the next episode.